Hey, hockey fanatics! Before we dive into the latest hot news about the Toronto Maple Leafs, I urge everyone who isn't already subscribed to the channel to subscribe now. That way, you don't miss any details about our favorite team. Now, let's get to the highlights of the moment. The Toronto Maple Leafs face a busy weekend with back-to-back matchups against the Columbus Blue Jackets and Carolina Hurricanes, and things could get complicated. If things don't go according to plan, GM Brad Treliving may have no choice but to pursue a goalie change. Martin Jones had a fairly ordinary performance against the Ottawa Senators on Wednesday night, conceding 3 goals on 29 shots, and in some ways came back to reality after a promising start in Toronto. Ilya Samsonov is facing the worst phase of his career, and if the losses continue to pile up this weekend, and with Joseph Woll at least a month away, there may be no choice but to make a switch. The race for the playoffs in the Eastern Conference is very tight. The Leafs sit third in the Atlantic Division, but the Tampa Bay Lightning are just 1 point behind, and there are 5 teams currently outside the playoff zone that are just 4 or 5 points away from Toronto. The pressure is on, to say the least. Hockey insider Elliotte Friedman confirmed a few days ago that the Leafs GM has already begun sounding out the goaltending market, and those conversations could intensify next week. Samsonov is expected to start Friday in Columbus, and Jones in Toronto against the Canes. There's no doubt Treliving will be watching closely to make an executive decision on how to straighten things out until Woll returns. The NHL goaltender market features some interesting names to consider this season, with some making a lot more sense for the Leafs than others. John Gibson in Anaheim is risky due to his contract. He is signed through the 2026-27 season for $6.4 million and is not a likely target. Marc-Andre Fleury in Minnesota makes a lot of sense as he is a proven veteran who has a decorated resume of success. However, the Wild are still gunning for a playoff spot and likely won't make the trade anytime soon. Treliving won't be able to wait. So, guys, what do you think about the possibility of a goalie change for the Leafs? Share your opinions in the comments. And if you haven't registered yet, don't waste time. Sign up now so you don't miss any updates about this possible movement in the team. The future of the Leafs is at stake.